For 20 years, Dean Hamer's The God Gene has been both a lightning rod and a spark. The claim was simple: maybe our longing for transcendence is not just cultural, not just ritual, but coded in our DNA. One gene, VMAT2, was singled out as a switch for spirituality. The idea was controversial in 2004, and in 2025 we can finally say what held up and what didn't. First, the science. Twin studies are clear. Spirituality, measured as openness to mystical experience, awe, or self transcendence, is partly heritable. Somewhere between 20 and 50% of the variance shows up in genes. But it's not one gene. The consensus today is polygenic. Many small influences scattered across the genome, not a single God switch. Second, the environment. Culture decides the shape of belief. Genes may tilt us toward openness or transcendence, but whether that becomes Catholicism, Buddhism, psychedelic exploration, or militant atheism, that comes from upbringing, social context, and history. Genes load the dice, culture rolls them. Third, the human need. Anthropologists remind us every society builds ritual, myth, or belief. Psychologists remind us spirituality brings meaning, resilience, and community. Neuroscience reminds us ritual synchronized brains boost oxytocin and bind groups together. Even when religion declines, substitutes rise: mindfulness, nationalism, fandoms, even environmentalism with sacred overtones. The impulse is durable. Fourth, atheism and health. Long-term studies show that atheists are not doomed to despair. Mental health outcomes are roughly comparable to believers when controlling for stigma and social support. The key is identity, clarity, and community. Atheists in secular societies often thrive. Atheists in deeply religious environments face more strain, not from unbelief itself, but from exclusion. Finally, the consensus in 2025. Humanity is not hardwired for religion, but it is predisposed toward spirituality. Genes nudge us toward transcendence, but culture gives it form. Spirituality in some shape is human universal, not because of one gene, but because it meets deep psychological and social needs. So, the God gene doesn't stand as a literal answer, but as a provocation that we are built to seek something bigger than ourselves. It still frames the debate. Check out this book at Radulich, that's me, University. Link in bio.